it is a good program. I've already told you guys my story with Bolt, so I'm not going to repeat it, but I am a living example of that. Allison's a living example. Obviously, Reese and Craven's are living examples of that. The biggest thing to ask yourself is, can you take about well, maybe not so much, but about 6 hours for 7 days, for 7 weeks to make yourself a better realtor and to make yourself a better person for your family, because it isn't just about the professional side of it or the selling side. Is a combination. The whole thing is Bold stands business objectives life by design is to create a fuller thing. That's one of the things where I learned is that I don't let my social and business control each other. Is what comes at first at me, and it's worked out really well. I don't get burned out that way to do that. So you have David. Oh yeah. So
I'm just gonna add one more thing. Like David said, there's no silver bullet right out there. But to get what you've never gotten, you're gonna have to do things you've never done.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question. I mean, my favorite Bold law is where's the clarity one goes to? Clarity gives you power. Clarity is power. That's one of the, every time I sit down and I learned this in Bold, every time I sit down and write out like stuff I have to do, where my pipeline is or everything, it gives me that clarity. I feel better coming from
I have
that.
one more thing, it's real quick. So I wrote down some notes. Mine today says consistency. Get up, dress up, show up, and just donut instead of do it. It actually came out donut, so it's very appropriate. Yeah, that's funny, I'm bringing it back right now. And do the same thing day after day. That's what they teach you, but just donut, okay?
That could be our pipe phrase, it's just donut.
Just donut.
All right.
So we have our Bold coach for this session. Yeah, you're done. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Who actually has taught for us in Atlanta before. I'm assuming he's done a number of them. He was actually my third Bold coach right when he had started. How are you doing, David?
Man, I am great. How are y'all doing?
Doing great.
So it's great team meeting. Sorry we lost you for a minute. I think our Wi-Fi went down and back up. So good to be back.
Good.
Yeah, thank you for being patient with us.
So you're coming to Atlanta.
I'm excited. I'm coming to Atlanta. I'm gonna be spending 3 days doing Bolds in multiple locations. So excited to be a part of this group and getting to know you guys. So how's Chat North doing today? Y'all doing good? Either we have bad, there we go. I see some clapping going on. So yeah, David, we have Bold coming on Wednesday, October the 11th. We're doing it as a combo with Roswell and the Alpharetta office, and really excited. So by the way, thank that panel for being up there and using up some of that time in there for us. So David, how much time do we have right now with the team meeting? I just want to make sure I'm using the time wisely with this meeting.
You've got about 15 minutes and then we've got some prizes to do. So
yeah, I want to get to the prize. Hey, the prizes are more important than me. What I want to do instead, you just heard the panel talk about Bold. You talk about anybody that, that's taken Bold, made a difference. They're clearly going to tell you to do Bold. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes. Yeah.
And the biggest thing for everybody in here, I don't want to talk as much about Bold, is I want to get you ready for next year. And, I can talk about the benefits of it and doing it. And, you got your own story going in your head. And I'm more interested in talking to you about how to maneuver through this market and really getting ready for next year. And I want to do a little bit of a mini business, a 15-minute business planning clinic, and kind of get your head in the right space and maybe get you thinking differently about setting goals for next year. Are y'all okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, my coaching for today is this, and this is going to be my first coaching advice, is I want you to take your business plan for 2023, and I want you to throw it away. Now, there's a reason I'm saying throw it away. You're saying, okay, David, you thought you were going to coach us on Bold and coach us on our real estate. Why do you want me to throw away the business plan? Now, could everybody agree that the market, when you wrote that business plan, let's just say you did in October, November, could we all agree that the market is different now than it was a year ago?
Yes.
somebody yell out, and I may need somebody, kind of relaying up to closer to microphones. I can hear you pretty well. Give me some quick descriptors of what is different about the market today than it was 12 months ago.
Interest rates,
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get the elephant in the room. Is interest rates have gone up dramatically, correct?
yeah.
Okay, what else? Anything else? So translate that for me, David. What'd you hear?
Interest rates and inventory, we're down, our inventory is down about 30% year over year.
So inventory's down, which is inventory down because more people are buying or less people are selling?
Both people have 3% interest rates and they're not leaving their homes.
Right, people are not selling.
So I could keep going on and on about what's going on in the market, and I don't want to turn this into a market stats seminar, although the market today, where you find your buyers, how you find your sellers, interest rates, and the conversations are completely different. Now, I want everybody to write down some things. And when I say I'm not giving you like a presentation, I'm coaching right now. So I truly want you to take some notes because I'm going to give you some tips on making the rest of this year a very productive year. First of all, I told you throw away. Step one, throw away the 2023 business plan. Step two, I literally want you to start right now on your 24 business plan. Okay. I want you to go and write down your 24 business plan. Start on that. Now, I want everybody to write down right now where you believe you're going to finish 2023. Now, we're in September. Most of you in the room, unless you're brand new, have got a little bit of momentum. You got some closings in the pipeline. You kind of got an idea of where you're at. I want you to go ahead and write down, basically, if you kind of hunch where you think you're going to finish 2023. Like I'm going to close with 35 transactions. I'm going to finish the year. So maybe you have 25 closed already. You got 5 in the pipeline. You're going to close another 5 more. I'm going to close with 35 transactions. Maybe you do it by gross commission income. I want everybody to write down where you believe you're going to finish 2023. Would everybody agree? You kind of have a feeling right now how you're going to do. Would everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, do y'all have a number down? Yes or no?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that number? Is it a good year, a bad year, an okay year? What are y'all's thoughts? Give me some quick descriptors.
Bad year.
I heard bad. That was quick. There's no questioning that response.
Someone else said good year. So anyone else? Or you just don't want to admit to it?
It's okay. Yeah, no problem.
Can we say disappointing? Can we say
Challenging.
challenging?
Learning.
Learning. Those are great. Hey, by the way, those are really good descriptors because you're being honest about it. Now, here's what I want you to write down. And this is where I'm going to stretch you a little bit. I want you to take that number. I want you to go, you just wrote 2023, how you're going to finish, which is kind of a mini goal. And then you're going to write below that, write 2024. I want you to take your 23, where you're going to finish it, and I want you to double it and write it for your 2024 goal. I want you to double it. Now, somebody tell me what happened just now. Give me thoughts. Tell me what's going on. What are you thinking?
How do you feel about that number that you wrote down for 24?
Do you want me to be on?
Yeah.
No, we want you to lie.
Now, would everybody agree? I'll give you everybody in here right now. You're telling a story about that new number. The number you doubled, you're telling a story. Everybody's story is different. Your story may be, you know what? I have so much momentum finishing the year. I think I can do it. That number would be great. Some of y'all telling a story is, I don't need that number. It's not important. Some of y'all telling a story like, no, you know what? That's hogwash. It's baloney. I don't know why we're doing this. Everybody's got a story going on. Would y'all agree with that? Yes or no?
Yes.
So whatever your story is, most likely that story is probably shooting holes in it, why it's not possible, maybe a little excitement. Maybe y'all are just that wide-eyed optimist that says, we can do it. And maybe you're just over-optimistic sometimes. There's a story going on. The reality is that what we have to do between now and the end of the year, I'm going to give everybody the hint of why some people do more than others, is because they have conviction around the story and they don't allow their story to hold them back. You know, I'm looking in front of me and I don't have time to share the screen, which is fine. We got a model in bold about about what we call the circle of mindset and the story we tell. What I want you to do is you wrote down a goal for 2024. My goal, our goal, the bold goal is for you to double your business next year in spite of all the markets going on and do it in less time. And we have between now and the end of the year to get ready to tell a new story to hit that goal. Now, I want you to take that number in 2024, whatever you wrote down. If you wrote transactions, I want you to write it times your average price. If you have gross commission income, you already have it there. I want everybody to convert it to a gross commission income number. So if you wrote 50 transactions, your doubled number, I want you to multiply that times your average commission. Now, let me ask you this. This is the loaded question. Who would pay $799 for that number if you knew you could hit it?
Everyone.
Yeah, right. Yes, I get it. There's no guarantees. You know, we're going to bring the energy. We're going to bring the education. We're going to bring the time. You're the ones that does the work. There's no guarantees. We know that. Here's my next task for you. We kind of talked about throwing out the plan. We talked about where you're going to kind of finish 23. We talked about doubling it for 24. By the way, you hit that number in 24. Would that be a good year?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not. When you know that, when you know why you want to hit that number, you're actually gonna have a higher chance of hitting it. Now I'm going to give you the last portion of what it needs to look like. You're going to work on your business plan for 24 based on those numbers or whatever you choose. And the rest of this year, use 2023 as the launch pad for 24 now. I want you to ask yourself, what does the rest of the year need to look like to get me on path for 2024 to double my volume and do it in less time? And I'm going to give you the key. I'm going to give you my ideas around bold. I've been doing bold for 10 years. I've done well over 120 bolds. Bold is an immersion program. Bold's an immersion program. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, there's a lot to it. It's about mindset. Yes. Is it about thinking differently? Yes. Is it about habits? Yes. What we're doing in bold is getting you in full immersion to find out where your weak spots are. And let me give you a hint. The two biggest objections about not taking bold. One, I don't have the money. If you knew you were going to sell 11 additional properties, if Zillow came to you and says, for $799, I'm going to give you 11 closings, you'd write a check immediately. You'd write a check immediately. Second part is, I don't have the time. Let me tell you about the time objection. Mentally, the time means that you are capped on your income. In order for you to make more money, you've got to figure out how to do more in less time. And what happens is when your brain says, I don't have time to take bold, it's a trap that it's going to use in other parts of your life, and all work expands to fill the time allowed, which is a bold law. So those are two things right there. In bold, our whole focus is getting you into immersion, finding out what areas are cracking in your business. We work on fixing those along the way. And by the time you get out of bold, you have a solution to finish the rest of the year. So you're on track for that double number in 2024. That's what bold's all about. It's an immersion program. Is it your thinking? Is it your awareness? Is it your habits? Is it your skills? Is it your leadership? Where is it that you need to step up your game to double your number for next year? Because right now you're going to have to do something different to hit those goals next year. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
And we do want to figure out how to do it in less time. And believe it or not, in order to do that, you've got to go into chaos first. And if you go read the one thing for productivity thieves, one of those is the fear of chaos. And that's keeping you from taking bold when really chaos should be your friend. You embrace it to go to the next level. And some of y'all are going to be uncomfortable. And you know what? We're going to coach you through. So that's my coaching for the day, guys. I want to make sure, and even if you're not taking bold, these same concepts apply. You've got to figure out a way to put yourself in immersion. Otherwise, you're going to end up having the same year next year, and the same year the next year, and the same year the next year, the same year the next year. And you didn't have a 10-year career. You had 10 one-year careers. So guys, my name's David, and I'm bold. I'm excited to come out there. I know y'all are going to be giving some giveaways. get registered today. They got your market center stepping forward and really investing in you. They believe in you. Really enjoyed your leadership. And David, thanks for letting me have some time. I hope I didn't take too much time. I condensed as much as I could. I hope that was okay.
No, you did great. Thank you so much. Let me ask you a question, and you may not know this off the top of your head. Since the creation of Bold, which is what, about, well, 14 years ago? Yeah, 2009. How many times have agents overall taken Bold?
You know, I should know that number. You know, I really
Sorry,
should.
didn't
Thank you for calling me out on that one. Well, we've you know, I don't know.
I think it's something, I want to say
100,000.
something like, there's been over, I saw numbers, something like over 400,000 times has Bold been taken, obviously multiple times by different agents. So there's value there in taking it. You know,
Over 100,000. It's over 100,000 if I do just basic general math, knowing how many years.
agents are taking it. Yeah.
100,000.
So, yeah, to do that. Once again, I'm not gonna tell my story. You know, you can go into Bold, and I've seen people, it's almost like an epiphany type moment, especially when we were doing the expires and the FISBO call, where they get it and they just take off. I mean, there was an agent here who had been doing $60,000 a year. The next year they did 240,000 because they got Bold. Me, because I'm a rolling boulder, I've taken it so many times to absorb what came in there. And then all of a sudden, to be honest with you, after 5 years, I'm realizing, wait a minute, you know, this is working. This is, and I'm not saying it's gonna take 5 times, but it does soak in because I've heard the different teachers. David was one of those teachers at Roswell Country Club. And I remember the main phrase I told these guys is, the main phrase I took from you on that one was, if you didn't get something, you just say next. There's another one that's gonna be coming along. And I mean, and that was like 10 years ago now, and that still sticks in my head. So one can't tell me that you don't absorb things, you know, coming into it. This is gonna be a great bowl along with Roswell and North Bolton. As David said, this is an investment. You'll spend, like he said, you know, if Zillow came at you $799 in a heartbeat, what it is a belief in yourself and wanting to learn something new and looking at agents such as the Curtains out of Roswell, at like Allison here, Cravens, you know, Gina Sharma, Diane Kelly, Mary Ellen Vernaken, you know, those people out in North Fulton who have taken it. One of the biggest things that I got about 3 years ago, this was a catchphrase, is success leaves clues. This was something that Gary said a number of times at family reunion or mega camp or one of the two or both. But look around at the people who are successful. What are they doing, you know, to create that success? How are they creating that time? We all have our own stories, but success does leave clues. There's no question about it. And one of those clues is taking Bold. There's no question about it.
So who's ready to take Bold? Woo! All right, let's go. Like seriously, who's ready to take Bold? Woo! Who's ready to finish this year strong? If you sign up today, we will have tons of prizes for you. So if I can get anyone who wants to sign up today and sign up for the full Bold, then you can come and take
Hold on.
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
I'll do it.
Allison, ALC member right there. I'm taking ALC.
Time for me to be.
Okay, for full Bold. And then you can pop one of our grants. We've got tons of prizes. One is a full scholarship.
Is it full of water?
And there's no water. But we've got cash prizes, I've got a full Bold scholarship, I've got discounts off of your office bill. And there's lots of different ways to pay for it too, we went over it last week. There's, obviously, we have our typical rebate, if you put a home under contract while you're in Bold, you get a $200 rebate for 2 transactions. But if you sign up before the end of the day today, you have the opportunity to get a rebate for 4 transactions and get a complete refund for Bold.
No, by September 15th.
September
September
15th.
15th.
So we've got 3 more days for that.
So on that one, there's 10 opportunities for that. If you sign up by September 15th, you will, there's gonna be 10 slots available.
And you're the first 10, so get signed up.
Yeah.
today.
So there's 10 slots available and Bold will cost you nothing because you're going to have 4 transactions coming out of that. David, what's the average, contract written during Bold?
11, right?
Is it 11?
Yeah, it's 11. My average actually historically is 13, and right now it's 11 new contracts written during Bold.
So right there, if you take advantage of one of those, it costs you nothing.
And how would it change your life by the end of the year if you had 11 more transactions? What kind of Christmas would you have? It would probably wouldn't even be here, right? We'd be in Italy or somewhere else where there's like.
Right there. So. I'm not just looking at the focus of the time that you're in Bold. It's I'm gonna call the afterburner effect.
Are you signed up for
Because
both?
there's going to be deals that come out of that and connections that come out of that during Bold that will keep going after that period and we take in January. I cannot in any way more emphasize the importance of keeping going during that Christmas period, which is about when I think it runs through end of November, something like that, this Bold will.
Say that again?
It runs through the end of November, right? The
Yeah,
classic?
graduation is like, I can look it up quick, but it's the first week of December.
Okay, so it doesn't affect Christmas shopping, by any stretch of the imagination, or does it affect?
Sure it
the
does.
SEC championship?
It does affect Tom.
Yeah, I mean, the physical aspect. You can't, I mean, but what I'm really focused on is the afterburner effects of what it will do for you at the beginning of the year also. That period of time when we're all sitting here going, where close is gonna occur, what, God knows what's gonna happen in 24. This will roll you into it, okay? So why not take advantage, especially if you can not have to pay for it, there's 10 available for that. That's coming out of our.
First to public.
The one last thing, David, before I go, because I know you guys are popping balloons, I love that. Is for anybody who registers before Bold starts, I do a business planning.
$5.
Oh, there you go.
Dreaming, start being bold.
Sorry, David, what were you saying?
No, it's all right. So anybody who is registered before Bold starts, and everybody knows we have about 40 already registered for this Bold. So
Yeah.
it will be high energy Bold, like we're expecting a full house. It's gonna start filling up. There's already like 25, 30 registrations more going in today or this week. I'm doing a business planning clinic. So those of y'all that commit and register for Bold ahead of time before first step, I do a business plan in clinic prior to Bold to set your goals in Bold, and I'll go deeper into what I just talked about for 2023. So
Yeah, we
those of
already have-
y'all that get ready to go, I start early with you. My thought is you got committed early, I will commit to you early, and that date will start coming out. We're 4 weeks out right now, and I'll start announcing that date next week. So I think that's something really cool to keep it going.
We've got 89 registered between the 3 market centers right now, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, unofficially is 40, unofficially is 80, officially 40. You're right, the other 40 are going in, so you're right, David, we're right there on the way.
Yeah, on there, and there is a limit to how many people can, I know this is a FOMO line, but there is a limit to how many people we can take into a class. So, once we hit that, we're prepared to do
It's,
that.
It does sound like a line, and it is in this case true. And I've done a lot of both. Yeah, it is true because we are going to hit a limit where they're going to be, they're going to come to me and say, how much bigger can we go? And at some point, there will be in this one a line drawn on doing it. So if you're committed, you got big goals next year, and I know you got big goals. I know inside of you, you're telling a story. You got all kinds of story going on. All you got to do is change the story. And going in and doing it your way is going to tell the same story. So, guys, I appreciate it. I will see you guys in 4 weeks live. And anytime I got something going on, I will see you on Zoom. See you guys.
You're going on.
Are you here today? That's right. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, who wants to vote?
I'll put it back up there. I put the copper back up there.
Oh,
The tag.
go for it.
Signs up.
Who wants to vote?
We got that.
Oh,
Yeah, by the way, we haven't told Linda Beth we're doing this, and we'd appreciate y'all not.
Too late. He's not asking for permission, we have, thank you, Jeff. Well, we have-
Cause I can guarantee you she's not on the team meeting call at being in Paris right now, so. Okay. You signed up, right? Yeah,
I'm gonna sign up.
go ahead, do it.
One phone call, I said I have to make, but the dates availability.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can
Who
miss,
else is
we can
involved?
miss like one, right?
Yeah, you can have 5,000, and they've made it way easier to be.
Oh.
There's a valve system, but they've added like 3 or 4 layers of being able to make up for those valves. And they're not the world's hardest things. I'm in bold actually right now. So, I mean, we're talking. Things on, I'm redoing,
Are you ready for
Small,
it?
I'm ready.
you know, do the exercise. For those of you who took the bold, you remember when they said to bring $100? And you literally, everyone would throw it, and
No.
lay on the floor and they throw it on you.
I did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like raising money on you.
No. That was before my time.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no, they used to do that in bold. They did used to do that.
It was it.
Okay.
Do it,
I-
do it for yourself.
I know you're bold. Are you ready?
Guys, at this point, the 3 of them, at this point. Have the best opportunity not to pay for bold whatsoever, because they're gonna have that, they're gonna have scholarships. Outside of that wall there. Not physically outside the wall, but outside that, there's going to be 10 opportunities to be, not, this isn't part of scholarship or anything of that sort. There's gonna be 10 opportunities for you to be able to have gold totally paid for with 4 contracts. What was that one?
Who else wants some money? Who else wants to change their lives this year? We wrote down our numbers for 2023. We all had a uncomfortable moment. Who's ready to get started? I love it.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Oh, he's bold.
That is a bold signature.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what, I should realize, I read it, I haven't read it.
You better get
Yeah.
it, sir.
And that was cheap.
Oh, thanks. Bold too.
I wish I need glasses to be able to see what the devil I'm doing.
Lucy, are you bold? Where are we? Dang, Jeff.
Ran away.
Who else we got? Anyone else want to be bold today? Well, the opportunity is still there to sign up before September 15th to get to qualify for the first 10 off with the full rebate to get 4 homes under contract, which you will. The average person that David said, the average person gets 13 under contract during the Bold, and we are super excited for it coming to us, and I think it's gonna change your life.
And also, if you want to, we can, put it on your office bill for you to pay, and or if you've got closings coming up and wanted to like pay 100 per thing,
We can take it out of the clothing.
we can do that. Do they cover one? Sure. Okay, I just signed up, so I'm gonna pop a point, if I get, either the office bill or by some freak chance, the scholarship one, I will give it to someone else. Give it to someone else who commits to taking Bold,
All right.
okay? So,
Careful.
yeah, which one do y'all think? The purple one?
Top one, you gotta go top left middle.
Left middle is all right.
We're trying to spin.
$50 credit on an office bill. Okay, who wants it?
Who wants to sign up for Bold right
You
now?
have to sign up. You're on a team and your other team members aren't there, you can count their sales. That you totally.
That is right, I will count my own sales.
I just had to do it. I love it.
Actually, half the team keeps going over there, so.
Yeah, started. Like, I'm sitting here like, pins and needles. Okay. Congratulations to everybody that signed up for Bold today. I'm so proud of you. I cannot wait to see what comes from Bold for you and the wins that you get and the stories that come out of it. I have chill bumps because I'm so excited for you. Okay.
Yeah, you guys know that there's a whole bowl
Joe.
sitting up there.
Jones.
David Jones, yeah, I'm sorry.
There is still a full Bold scholarship on the wall.
Well, here, I'll take them.
Well, Cam have.
You
Cam
can't
see popcorn.
Get the popcorn.
Sam, you should want one, and if you don't want to come away, if somebody
Have you ever
signs
seen
up.
You want to see that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous not to take advantage of someone having a scholarship.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah. Yeah, you know, right ahead. Wow.
If you look right at the office bills, I'll offer the same thing as David. Sign up, you get it.
$1. What?
$1 signs up right now, they can have that dollar.
Nothing safe in this
So we
room.
have another office bill up for grabs. Right, pop balloon.
Yeah, you got popcorn.
And what happens if we?
Let's go.
He doesn't have to. Yeah. He just had the $50 off the bill, I didn't know he was paying. Oh, God. There's 4 left. No cake for anyone unless they pop all the balloons.
That's happening. I know, I had way too much fun.
The really sad part is the cash, you see, I forgot my debit card at home to get the cash, so I had to call Michelle. Michelle was at a grocery store, had $50 on her, and I said, break it up for me, and I'm there in the parking lot of a grocery store yesterday to be able to get the money to begin with. Okay, come on, guys, 4. You're on. So, you had to attend, I told everyone that you had to be in session. to be-
But they
to
can
do
still
it.
sign up. They don't.
They can, no,
Right, but so.
no, they definitely can sign.
So let's get them up on the screen. Well, get them sign up.
We have been the whole time.
Ready to do it.
Make them feel guilty.
Do it.
And-
Do it.
Here, get her form. You need a form.
They shall sign it.
Get her form. Now you have to get the statue right.
We're having a couple of adjustments, that's why they have it. But if you
Spotlight.
sign up for gold, I'll add a water feature too. No, you're not. I know where you live. I will hunt you down. So,
Anyone on Zoom? Come on,
hang
gang.
on, people on Zoom. I tell you what, if you sign up, not after Rachel gets her balloon shot, we'll pop a balloon for you.
I want you to come to the office and pop it.
But it's not just about the balloon, it's about.
No, it's not about the
11
balloon, but we're trying to add the
I know, it's about the 11, 13 transactions you could possibly.
Yeah, I mean, there's
have.
11, 13 transactions that on average we have. Imagine our average, I think our average commission is what, about 9,000? 12,000? I'm trying to be conservative, 12,000, that could be up to 100. That could be $120,000. That could be, put it in that regard, $799 for $100,000. Take half of it. Take half of it and you're at $50,000. Or 60.
Right, Rachel, I need you to come pop it.
Come pop a balloon.
Hopefully you get the scholarship, you'll be able to back it all.
Yeah, the odds are good, the odds are good.
I'm not gonna go over classes today because we ran so long, but.
Goal doing about that.
That's awesome.
You need to sign your name.
You sign, yeah, sign the line.
You can, and you need a necklace and I can. You could already great. The whole right side.
David, do you have the,
Rachel needs beads.
Yeah,
No,
oh yeah, Rachel, you
Hey,
have.
my-
What a shot by your. You got the color.
if she's right, scholarship is the.
I predict 10 transactions if she does everything she's supposed to.
I think it's-
First time taking it, she'll soak it all in.
I can imagine.
Oh, you have taken it.
Second scholarship. So 15 for no.
Okay, Art, go.
Thank you. Well, good morning, beautiful people of Chat North, and happy Gratitude Tuesday. Carrie, you got it working strong. I see you. Fantastic. So it's another great day to be alive, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
So Dave, thank you for sharing your email on Sunday. It was a quote with Alicia Keys. Is it possible by any chance that you can share that clip?
He did.
I will see.
He did share that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Right
remember
now.
it right now. But I
And
mean,
or because I have it like written, I can just share it that way as well. Okay.
that'd be better.
All right, great. So she said, so Alicia Keys said, in life, we don't get what we ask for, we get what we believe. And what we believe about ourselves shows up in our energy. It's how we walk into a room. It's how we communicate through body language. I don't deserve to be here. It's whether we sit up straight or hide out in the back of the meeting. At times, my own energy has been saying, I'm cool with the bare minimum. Don't give me more. Without knowing it, I stunted my growth because I was scared to be magnificent and doubtful that I was. I embraced experiences I never dreamed I'd have, and I've risen to some enormous moments, but there's still more I can do, other ways for me to grow. And as I keep relearning, it's okay to own a desire for more. So Dave, thanks for sharing that. Let's continue to think big, aim high, act bold. Peace and love, Chat North.
Sign up for Bold today, please, if you still want to, sign up for First Step. There's no cost to do that. You can see what it's about. And you can sign up that day at the event on the 11th. I'll be there. If you have any questions about it, always feel free to come ask me about it or, Gary. We'd be more than happy to have that discussion with you. Y'all have a great week and so sell some stuff.
If you, I already signed you up for First Step. If you sign up for Bold today, come up front, I wanna get a picture of you. Make sure you sign the.
And there is 800 pounds of cake out there, so. Please. A lot of donuts from Italian.
You ready to see everybody take pictures? So you hear me say it, just take a picture. How do you take a picture?
You're in it, get in. Aaron, you're gonna be taking it. Hunter,
What I love is the number of people in this group who I talk to. I'm not doing that. Alright, let's see. It was a looking game. I had. Yeah. Let me get kind of what kind of.
Well, I got it right. And it's like a little bit warm.
Yeah.
You can look at the.
Alright, try to grab one.
Look at the deck.
Oh
my God.
Look, God. Yeah. That's cool, they say this.